But do you think there were any red flags that you missed?
Hey guys. Easy, kaka, wishy. Yes, I did miss a lot of red flags.
Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of the Conversation Capital. Voice of Reason, as always, it is our girl Bonga Bueta. Hey girl, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am awesome, thank you. Oh, should I call you Mama Gasante?
Yeah. I love that.
And then we've got a very special guest, a lovely young lady, absolutely adore her, Chubeka. Ma'am, what's going on, baby girl?
Hello.
How you doing, baby
I'm
girl?
all good, nice and bright. All good.
Thank you so much for coming through. I met Chubeka at a wedding that I was emceeing in the bathroom, and she came to me. She's like, "You're Marion from Metro FM." I'm like, "Joke's on you. I am not. I'm actually not Marion from Metro FM." And that's how we met. And then ever since then, we've just been engaging. We've had you on WhatsApp and just following your journey and finding out that you're actually a single mom. And so when the topic idea came up, Bonga, you came up with the topic idea to think, perhaps we need to talk about being a single mother and single motherhood. I immediately thought, hey, I'd love to get Chubeka on and just to, get her experience. And so thank you so much for being willing to do that and share those vulnerabilities with us. I think it takes a brave person.
Thank you for
So if we're going to
having
get into a bit of a background, just share your background with us and your story.
Oh, okay. My individual background or the background with me and parenting?
You can maybe just touch on a bit of your individual background, because I know
Yes.
that you're in theatre, and I think that's something that people should know. They can see your eccentric little character coming up already. So maybe that is something important to highlight. And then you can just tell us, segueing into the story of what happened. How did you become a single mom? Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that's great. I'm glad that it's visible that I'm a thespian. Yeah, so basically my Joburg story is the same as everyone else's. I came here for career prospects and for education prospects. And then I started working, and then at some point in my life, I met a guy, and we had a kid. So right now I'm a mom. My baby is 6 years old. She's turning 7 this year. And I started being a single mom at the tender age of a 2-month pregnancy. Like literally I was 2 months pregnant. And then, that's when my relationship ended and stuff. So,
Whoa, backtrack.
Yep.
The baby wasn't born yet.
The baby was in utero.
Okay, keep
Yeah.
going.
Oh, it's actually quite intense. So we had the conversation of, okay, this is what happened, which was a bit strange for me, in a sense that I did take all the precautions, like I'm a stop nonsense, to make sure that no oopsies happened. But yeah, then it happened. So I just weighed where my life was at that time. I'm like, okay, I'm done with my studies. I'm already working, and this is the situation that I am in right now. So whether he does stay or doesn't, because I always make room for worst case scenario, because I was also raised by a single mom. I'm one of 4 siblings. My brother's late, so it's just me and my sisters now. So yeah, so I'm like, okay. I first disclosed the news to him. I'm like, listen, this is what happened, which is a bit surprising considering that the barbed wires, the pit bulls, the electric fence were there. But here we are now. What's up? And then obviously the usual generic lie. Oh, I'll be there. Keep it. Don't even think of doing anything else but keeping it. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, because I did weigh the options to see whether I'd be able to do it alone or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
How old are you at this point?
I am 27, but I'm fine. I'm fine. I already have a career. I'm long done with tertiary. Everything's fine. I'm staying alone at a 2-bedroom flat, not even using the other bedroom. I'm fine, I'm like, okay, even if I get a cat, a dog, or I was like, I do have capacity to have a child. You know what I mean? So, lo and behold, that was the last I saw him. I know.
So the day you had that conversation?
Yeah. 2 months into my pregnancy.
Till now?
I wouldn't say till now, because the person was based at Joburg North, right? So the odd occasion I'd bump into him at the club or at the supermarkets. You know what I mean? But that was literally the last I saw of him in the capacity of boyfriend or father of the child.
This story just went south real
Yeah.
quick.
You know why it went south for me? Because of how hectic pregnancy is.
Yeah.
and then to have done it alone. Well, probably you had other support systems, but without your partner. Like pregnancy is hectic. So how was that?
Can I tell you, like, you have no idea how awful it was. So on the 5th month of my pregnancy, this is how I was going to play everything out, right? Like I said initially, I came to Joburg for career prospects. So obviously, I'm not originally from here. I'm originally from back home in Eastern Cape, in Lusikisiki. I was like, I don't want to go home and tell everyone that I'm pregnant because it's always taboo and a scandal. I'm just going to go home carrying a cute baby so that if anyone shouts at me, I'll just be like, just hold the cute baby. You know what I mean? Come down with the anger. So I thought that the situation would be more forgiving if I just appear with a human being rather than the, oh my gosh, she's pregnant scandal. So lo and behold, in the 5th month of my pregnancy now, this is now 3 months after my partner left me, my mom passes away. So now, like, reality came rushing down.
You can't just throw that at us and then say, so now,
take our
can we
breath.
breathe?
Honestly, and I have never heard the story before, so I'm just as shocked as you guys at home. Oh my god.
Yeah, we haven't had this chat before. So it was a lot. It was a lot. It was hectic. And as a mom, like you say, you know how hectic pregnancy is. So now I'm dealing with the mourning. Now I'm dealing with the sympathy. Like, I don't like PT parties. I don't like sympathy. I decided to then relocate from like the north of Johannesburg to the south of Joburg for the purpose of privacy. You know what I mean? So that I'm not in close proximity to my family and friends, and I just deal with this alone. It was a very lonely time, and it was a very heavy time. So now I can't socialize because I'm going through the traditional mourning process, right? And now I don't have a support system because my partner is MIA, and now the person that I was going to look to the most, like, for parenting advice is no more. You know what I mean? And you know how African mothers are. They're always like, no, leave the child here. Go back to Joburg and pursue your dreams and goals. So it's been age for hectic since pregnancy until now, which is the 7th year, because we're turning 7 in like 3 weeks time. Oh my gosh, what a journey. Hey, what a journey. But just to flip the coin, right? I always say that I'm not raising my child is raising me. You know, I just feel like the timing of her coming into my life was actually perfect, because at that time I dealt with the blow like easier, right? Because my mom and I were best friends. Like, it's those black moms that want to be cool. Like, why are you sitting at home? Go out, your friends are out drinking. Yeah, when you start the sex thing, use condoms. Like, she was that mom. Yeah, if you ever have HIV, come, tell me first. Disclose your status to me. If you're lesbian, tell me. You know, she was those, I'm your best friend, and I need you to always know that I'm the starting point to everything. You see?
I got you.
Yeah, and I got you. So it was easier to mourn, you know, knowing that there's someone in utero. Yes, I've lost a life, but now I have to live with that loss because I have another life to give. And she came out like the splitting image of my mom.
Oh, wow.
That was so comforting.
Sure.
Heavy, ne?
Heavy indeed. But I can see how consolation, Yana, that she looks like your mom. So I can imagine like just the duality, like it's consoling, but in the same breath, phew, what a reminder. Constantly
And
looking
you
at
know,
this young person.
There is nothing like pregnancy that brings you back to your mother. Like, you know how you're bringing a life? You feel like you should be an adult, but you're the biggest baby.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like, when I was
Mama,
pregnant.
what should I do? Mama,
Yes,
what
when
should
I
I
was
do?
pregnant, I was sleeping with my mother. There's nothing that makes you feel going back to a baby. It's so funny because you're bringing a life, but then you've gone back to your basic, which is you just want your mother. There's nothing.
I can't even, oh no.
So going through that.
I can't. I even tell my mom all the time. I'm like, dude, if you pass on before you have a grandchild, just know that it's never gonna happen because I need you around.
Yes.
If this thing ever has to happen to me, I need you around. And I can imagine, especially, do you think? And this is a difficult question to ask, and you don't have to answer it. Do you think you would have kept the baby if your mom had passed away a few months before you fell pregnant? Do you think that there was comfort in knowing that my mom's got me, she'll be there, that made you confident to keep the baby?
Yeah. That's such a chilled question to answer. So remember when I was explaining the dynamics of why I
you
kept
were
the baby?
fine. Yeah.
Like, I was fine. I'm done with my undergraduate degree. I have a space big enough for another living creature, right? Financially, I'm okay, you know? And even though at that time it was still honeymoon phase, lover's paradise, in the back of my mind, I was like, at least I'm going to do it with this person. However, considering that I'm a child of a single mom, I always have to weigh worst case scenario. So I weighed all the options, and ironically enough, my mom never popped in the options of me keeping it. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I can do this. I never even had that thing of, oh my gosh, I'll keep the child and then my mom will raise it in Eastern Cape. Because it's an argument that I still have with my aunts now. They're like, no, you're a child. You can't like be raising a child. Give us a kid. I'm like, no, I want to see where every scar comes from. I want to be there for the first crawl. I want to be there when she has solids for the first time. I want to be the tooth fairy. You know what I mean? You guys will see her during the 4 holidays in the year. So no, she was never a factor in my deciding strategy and stuff. So yes, regardless of when her departure time would have been, I would have still kept the child.
You know what sucks? You said because you were raised by a single mother, you had prepared for that. What sucks is that it turned out to be that case.
Yeah.
That's just how much sometimes we can, men can be unreliable.
Yeah.
And it's just sucky that it turned out to be just the exact case.
Yeah.
It's as if, proven right.
Yeah.
Awful. How long had you been with the guy?
10 months.
Can I ask why you guys broke up?
I don't know. He disappeared into the face of the earth.
Remember when she was announcing?
Yeah, when I was I was actually more than
you guys
anything
were
was
still
asking
dating
him,
at the time.
Yes, I was actually asking him about dog. Like, how did this happen?
Hey.
No, honestly, like, guys, listen to me. Like, there's always this phenomenon that men always say that woman trapped me, and I'm just like, I think like, how? You know what I mean? Like, you have the power. You have the capacity to wear the raincoat, you know what I mean? So even if I come to you with a lie, like, oh, I'm on contraceptives, or you still can take preventative measures, right? To make sure that oopsies don't happen. But with me as a woman, I just put my trust in you. You know what I mean? So for me, it wasn't a matter of we're here now. It was a matter of how did we get here? You know what I mean? The conversation. Yeah, so literally, it was that conversation and boom, never see him again.
Girl, okay, after boom conversation, never see him again. This is your man. You guys are talking every day.
Yeah.
You're not at 3 months yet. You can still get rid of the baby. What makes you keep it? You're at 4 weeks later.
Yeah.
It's the deadline now.
Yeah.
It's either you're gonna get rid of the baby or keep the baby.
Yeah.
What makes you say I'm gonna keep going through this, even though I can already see that I'm gonna be a single mom?
Yeah. The things that I said before, that I had capacity for either a dog, a cat, or a parrot. You know what I mean? Here I am in my place. It has an extra room, right? Here I am. I have a salary that even when the next month in comes, it's carried over. You know what I mean? I'm like, and the thing is, like when you not a parent, you don't realize how lonely you were before you became a parent. You understand? So now that you have a child, like you feel a sense of purpose and a void being filled, a void that you didn't even know was there. You understand? So it was just amazing. Yeah.
And then we don't want you to like take the weight of single motherhood, right? Because someone lived at the end of the day. It was not you. But do you think there were any red flags that you missed?
Hey guys. Yes, I did miss a lot of red flags. Like, I'm such a person that's so comfortable in my own space, right? Sometimes I don't become cognizant of the fact that Ursula, we're friends, but I've never been to your place. You always come to my place. So it's the same with my relationship dynamics. I don't mind like meeting at parties and restaurants and stuff, and us always linking up at my place because I love being in my niche and my comfort zone. Guys, the single motherhood was the least of my worries. I then do my research. Now, 6 months into my pregnancy, I'm chilled. I'm mentally fine, emotionally okay. Turns out, guy has 2 kids in Soweto, 2 kids in Cosmo City, the area that I stay, and another one that passed away when they were a few months old, stays with a baby mama. I missed just too many red
So
flags.
never by 6 by the time you was
So I did miss a lot of red flags because I was blinded by the honeymoon phase. Like, it was fun, man. Like, it was a great relationship. Our energies were intertwined. Like, it was the male version of me. Had so much fun. I missed each and every red flag. Like, there were so many things that unfolded that were
Time
worse
out.
than the fact that I was
The
raising a
story
child
is
alone.
so
We haven't even gotten to the single parenthood.
Yes, we're just talking about being abandoned by this man.
It is abandonment, negligence. So yeah,
Oh my.
H for hectic.
Have you ever sued him for?
He quit his
What
job.
exactly?
I did take him to the maintenance court.
Yeah.
They kept on garnishing him and sending him in summons at his place of work. And even the court wasn't on my side because at that time they were measuring what my salary was and what his salary was. And then the amount that they said he must like contribute to the child's upbringing was 500 rand. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm the primary caregiver. I'm paying rent, water, utilities, medical bills. And they're like, no, but like the scales won't balance. I'm like, okay, no problem. He still quit his job. Do you know I don't understand about that stunt? Like you'd rather not have an income
It's crazy.
because you want to buy your child formula and wipes. Like you'd rather not be able to pay your own rent, not be able to buy your own groceries,
And that
toiletries
thing
and
happens
cosmetics.
so much. It's
No,
so
he
crazy.
resigned. I thought it was far-fetched. He resigned.
No, it happens a lot actually to a lot of women who they find that instead of wanting to pay maintenance, he just resigns. Yep, it happens. I'm sure there'll be commenters in below. But I think there's a way legally where you can fight it, we just don't know.
There is so what happens is that you garnish his closest next of kin, you know, understand, like you get the maintenance money from either his father or mother, like
And
there is-
apparently that payout,
Yeah.
you could get some money from it, but I'm not saying this based on facts. It's just
Yeah.
something I remembered from
Yeah.
a distance. That payout, your resignation, you can get some money
Yeah.
from that. But yes, people go that far to not be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm really at a loss for words. I don't even know how you're still standing here.
It's I play it like a movie. I take myself out of the situation and look at it like I'm a bystander, and I just laugh about it because the rewards have been awesome. I love my baby so much. We have the most incredible time. Like last week, we went to Bounce at Bounce. We go watch children's theatre at Parktown. She's as feisty as her mom. You know what I mean? Like she's just incredible. She's just incredible.
And how have you had the daddy conversation with her? I'm sure she goes to school, she sees other kids, you know?
Yeah.
How have you had it?
Oh, that is the most awful thing. I don't want to lie. Guys, I don't want to lie. Single parenthood is unnatural.
Yes.
A lot of people walk away from their children. It's a joke on social media. People turn the blame on the woman. Hey, you can't even keep a man. Hey, you have baby mama drama. You can move away from the relationship, but you don't have to break up with your child. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, oh gosh, it was the most painful thing that I saw coming, like from, you know, her milestones of growing up. I'm like, oh, it's going to come. It's going to come. So we talk now because we friends, you know what I mean? Like, even if I have a partner, I'll tell my baby, hey, this is Uncle X, his mommy's boyfriend, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, well, is he gonna be my daddy? No, your daddy is Y. So we have had the chat. I did tell her, and now he hasn't reached out. I don't want to like search for him. Like everything was emotionally draining. Like the truths unfolding about his life and his status and the fact that he lied to me and said he doesn't have kids. You know, like there was so many things, you know. So now I'm just like, I just want to be in this motherhood thing and just raise my child and not dwell in the past or be Nancy Drew looking for someone. So she's 6. She has a high sense of reasoning. I told her, your dad's name is Malcolm. Malcolm, his name is not Malcolm. Malcolm stays at a certain place. He loves you. He loves me too. But he hasn't had the chance to come yet. And then maybe one day he's going to come. Because what I want to do, I just want to take away the narrative that would make her feel like she's less than. Like, how does someone decide that they don't love me before they even meet me?
Yes,
you know what I mean? So I always
The
hammer it.
abandonment, yeah.
I always hammer it into her head that your
He
dad's name
loves
is Malcolm. He loves you. He just hasn't had the chance to come and visit you. I wanted to play that his dead card. But I was like, let me have a high EQ, guys. Let me practice a bit of emotional intelligence, because even with my mom, when she had the same chat with that, she's like, no, your dad is alive. He's just married to someone else. He loves you. Here are his numbers. Here's your stepmom's numbers. This is where he stays. You can go on holiday. You can go visit him. You can talk to him. Here's the phone. communication lines are there between you guys. So it's very hectic because I can tell she longs for a dad.
Of
She brings them
course.
up all the time. Like I'll be like now we're going to watch a production, Winnie the Pooh, at Parktown where we watch theater. Like she'd have moments where she's like, can't Malcolm come with us? You know what I mean? Then I'll have to find a way to explain that. Of course, he'd love to come with us. You know what I mean? Because he loves you, but right now he's not able to. Right? And it's not nice, guys. Not
Oh my
knowing
gosh, you are
whether a person
really doing a
is dead or
lot.
alive. It's a lot.
No, you are doing a lot because I'm thinking that's high EQ. I can see myself being like, your dad's a deadbeat.
Dad is gone.
Yeah. Oh, and I hear how you're protecting your daughter from this, weird reality. And what I've learned, seeing like the whole single parent thing transpire in like other people close to me, is how your daughter or your child, somehow your sense of belonging comes from your father. And it's an odd thing.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's because you get your surname there, or
Yeah.
but somehow your dad gives you the roots, like the sense of belonging. Your mom is home, right? But your father gives you a sense of belonging. I am a Mariani.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Yeah.
And my father's father was a Mariani.
Yeah.
This blood is Mariani. Like,
Yeah.
and I have a sense of pride in that.
Yeah.
Even my mom, I'm always like, just stop calling yourself Mazibuko.
Yeah.
And then she's like, that's who I am. I'm like, Marianis have bought you, girl.
Yeah. No, that's
but
very true.
because that's what a dad gives. A dad gives you a sense of belonging. And I've seen how, like I'm saying, in the first-hand experiences I've had of these kids that grow up giving their fathers this due, that you're like, excuse me, child, why are you giving this man so much?
Yeah.
He literally did 0 to nothing for you, but you can never take away
Yeah.
that thing that they want to love their dad. They know that it's, like you're saying, it's unnatural.
Yeah.
Naturally there's this inclination to love this man, and sometimes it's inexplicable. It's like, why do you love this guy? You don't know him.
Yeah.
And so her longing, and she already loves him.
Yeah.
This guy, the Marcus that she doesn't know, and
Yeah.
that for me,
Yeah.
it can be such an annoying experience as a single mom. Like,
Yeah.
we need the poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, cut forward to now.
Yeah.
Just rounding off, if we're gonna cut forward to
Okay.
now, where you're at.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, you can't say you've got regrets. I mean, she's there and you love her, but if things were to play out differently, or if you wish something was different, or if you've got advice to another single mother, just closing comments.
Okay, no problem. Just to touch on the point that you said about the father being a home and stuff, it's actually very true, because they always say that it's the daughter's first love is the father, and the son's first hero is the father. So they always have that bond with that man, whether they know them or not. Guys, I don't even want to be dishonest. Hey, I just wing it. I have no ounce of advice to any single mother out there, because everyone's story and dynamics are different. It's heavy, okay? It is heavy. I don't regret having my child, but if I could rewind and not be a parent, I wouldn't mind having that second chance. I don't even want to lie. It doesn't take away from the fact that I love my child. Everything,
Duality.
you understand? Everything is my responsibility. Like currently right now I'm a job seeker, you know what I mean? So I'm living each day as it comes and just literally winging it. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't know what tonight holds. Stationery, clothing, they grow like balloons, like all the time. What was fitting yesterday, today they've outgrown it, you know what I mean? And the emotional support, sometimes you just want to say, no, go to your dad, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think what I would say, but not necessarily give advice, is just love your child, man. Like, let go of the bitterness, you know what I mean? The child didn't ask to be born, but you were entrusted by whatever higher power you subscribe to and your ancestors, you know what I mean, to actually bring this life. Yeah, well, just embrace it, and as much as it's like close to impossible, do everything in your power to overcompensate. Like, try and play both the roles. Like, teach her how to ride a bicycle, teach her how to kick a ball, you know what I mean? Do everything in your power to make sure that she doesn't feel the space of not having a father. Like, for instance, with my baby, she has a lot of godfathers. So my nephews are in it. My friends, lovers, and boyfriends and husbands are in it. My cousin brothers, colleagues. Like, I make sure that she has a male figure, so she knows that she can talk to Uncle Hoo for this. Sometimes
That's so
Uncle Mang
important.
Mang, takes her for ice cream. So just embrace what was given to you,
Sure.
and just live with your reality, love your child, do everything in your power to overcompensate, and take advantage of your support system, because they actually do mean it when they say, I'm here for you if you need anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
They do mean it
They
when
mean
they
it.
say
They mean it. They're not saying it. It's not just a generic thing. They
Sure.
really mean it, and I've seen it.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel like there's still so much to talk about regarding this. It's definitely something we are not going to finish in one
Yeah.
episode. And maybe
Yep.
we can call you on again.
Awesome.
The multi-layered struggle, because now you throw in another bomb that now you're job seeking. What does it look like now? We could go on and on and on, because that is definitely another layer. Because the decisions you made back then based on that
Yeah.
are now different, you
Yeah.
know. But they would have been different even with a couple.
Yeah.
A couple where the husband gets retrenched, the wife was never working. It's still the same thing. Life
Yeah.
still continues to
True,
happen.
true.
You know,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for listening to yet another episode of the Conversation Capital. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Also, comment. Let us know if you're a single mom. How have you done it? How have you survived? You know, what's your story? We want to know, and we love you guys so much here at the TCC family. Also, I do get DMs all the time of different topic ideas, different avenues you want us to explore, and we are very receptive. So, emails, DMs, whatever you need to do. Not SMS, you don't have my number, please. But whatever you need to do, reach out to us. Let us know what you want us to talk about and who you want us to talk to. Once again, though, from the TCC family, we love you guys so much. Goodbye and God bless.